Yeah, I want to make a video showing how I troubleshooted out my reverse light not working. And this should be similar on pretty much all the 90s Hondas, probably on a lot of cars. So when you put your car, mine's a stick shift, so maybe this is all I know is about sticks. I don't know about how the automatics work. So when you put your stick shift into reverse, you know, it changes your transmission position, and there's a switch down there. Here's the wires. They come out here, they go down here. Now this is on a B18C1, but I imagine it's going to be similar on the like a D series Honda. I don't know if you can see. Anyways, you can see the wires go down. Let's see. There, they go down there and they go underneath the transmission, and I'll show you what they go to right there. Hold on. I think you can see it from there. See that little, those are the wires. They go right into that little device there. And it's just a push button switch that goes into your transmission. And so when you put your transmission in reverse, it just closes that contact switch, and that's all it is. So chances of that thing probably isn't bad. In my case, the wires were all taped up. There's a little bit of tape left, and it was an intermittent problem, and I couldn't figure it out until I moved all the wiring, and somebody had just like twist tied the wires together. They were probably shortened or something. I don't know what they were doing, but probably weren't shortened. But anyways, I gotta redo this wiring, make it better. So I figured I'd show you how I was kind of troubleshooting it out. In my case, your connectors are going to be different. In my case, this is set up for using a B series engine, but a D series wiring harness. See, I don't want to pull this with one hand. Let me, I got it out. You could probably just do it by just disconnecting one wire. Is he coming out down here too? Probably have to redo all that. But anyways, so right now the car, let me put the tripod up here so I can use both hands. Okay, so let me kind of show you what I did there. So on top here, those are the wires coming out of the wire harness, and those are the wires that go down to the connector down there. So I just disconnected that. That's all I've done so far. And so right now I don't think the car is in reverse, but we'll find out. So all you want to do is put your like ohmmeter on continuity and see if that circuit's open or closed, and we'll do that right now. Jumper wire comes in handy for this kind of stuff. And so my meter here, if I short it, you know, I get my tone. I don't know if I can put this someplace where you guys can see what's going on. Yeah, it's terrible. Anyway, so I touched the other end of the wire and I'm getting nothing. And so I'm gonna just, hopefully that showed up on camera, so I just got it hooked up there. I got it on continuity or ohms, and I'm going to go in and put it in reverse, and then the tone should go off. I'll be right back. So this is kind of interesting. This is what I was running into. So I have it in reverse, and I expected the tone. So now I got to figure out why it's not doing it, and I think that there's a break in the wire down below. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, so this is kind of the perfect example, and this is why I was making this video, or why I was even doing all this. So I have it in reverse, and it should be toning out. What's going on is down below there's a crack in the wire, and it's not making good connection. I'll get down there and I'll shake it around and the tone should start going off. And see, if I let go of it, then the it shows it in the wrong position. On there it just kind of intermittent did it. So it's, you know, so that's my whole problem. So now that I know when it's in reverse, of course I need to really get a good contact. You can test out your switch that way. Just make sure when you put it in reverse you get a tone, and when it's not in reverse you don't get a tone. That rolls out the switch. And the other end of this, if I if I turn on the ignition and short the leads together like it's closed, it'll turn on my reverse lights. Let me go see if that's true or not. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, so yeah, I'll show you this. So all I got is my jumper leads are shorting, which is overriding the switch, so it thinks it's in reverse. And I'll take you to the back here. And you can see the lights are off. And it's in, I actually have it in reverse, but that doesn't matter because my switch is overriding. So what I'm going to do now is just put the key in the ignition. I'm not going to start, I'm just going to energize the car there. There you go. And so now if I come back here, see the reverse lights are on. And just to kind of double check things, although it's obviously working, if I come over here and disconnect my jumper wire and then go back here, sorry about the crooked angles, my lights are off. So with all that, let me turn off the key so my battery doesn't die, because I don't drive my car enough. My battery's kind of low. Be right back. So just going to kind of recap things for you. Your reverse switch is in your transmission underneath your car. In your transmission, if you disconnect it and you want to test it for ohms, it'll be open when it's not in reverse. When you put it in reverse, it'll close the switch. So you can kind of verify that. And then the next thing would be to simulate it, to make sure it's not your lights. You could short the harness, which would be the equivalent of putting it in reverse and that switch being closed. And then when you energize the car, your reverse light should go on. So knowing what's supposed to happen, you can kind of diagnose out, and that's how I figured out. I couldn't figure it out at first because my reverse lights wouldn't come on, but then when I shorted it, they came on. So I thought I had a bad switch, so I started troubleshooting out the switch, and that's when I figured out I had a loose connector down there. And anyway, so understanding how it operates, hopefully it'll help you troubleshoot that out. Hopefully that made sense, and hopefully that helps somebody out there that's having trouble with their reverse lights. And don't just throw parts at it, test these things out, because in my case it wasn't the reverse switch or the wiring harness, it was the leads from the reverse switch to the wiring harness, and I got to take care of that. Anyways, I hope this helped you out. If you like it, maybe give me a thumbs up, and thank you for watching. You have a great day.